we are powerful beings and that it's time to go to inner space. We have to take a journey to inner space. We keep going to the outside, and we're taught and programmed. You've heard me say this before many times on many podcasts and so forth. When we're born, we're given a name, a race, and a religion, and we spend the rest of our lives defending a false identity. And that programming code locks onto us so hard that we pass that from generation to generation. It's almost like a curse. But when we finally relinquish that and give that away and take a journey to inner space to discover who we are, what spiritual powers we have, and our connectedness to our higher self, like Matt was talking about, now we're talking about making some real progress. And you want to go another step higher. When you begin to meditate and really take a journey within yourself, and the voice that you hear in your head morphs from this big, deep voice, and you stop imagining a guy with a white robe and a magic wand, but that morphs into you talking to you. That's when you're getting to a much higher level of consciousness, because the voice in your head, it's your voice. It's not this outside illusion voice that you're pretending it to be. It's the voice that you have from your higher self talking to yourself, and that voice should sound like you and nobody else. And so when you start, digging into some of the ancient mysteries and these ancient texts, you had to be an adept initiate even to get into a mystery school. They had to see something special in you that was worthy of them spending energy on you. You didn't just walk in and say, "Hey guys, I want to learn these mysteries."
Yeah.
It worked out that way.
They're like, "See you later." Yeah.
And cut off his head. And so, you had to really be somebody that was showing that you were already different in some kind of way. You saw things different. You thought different. You had these innate skills and abilities that they were like, this person, if we can teach them how to tap into this knowledge, they will explode internally, and they can then continue to pass down this infinite knowledge that we can give them. And so now we're in an era where this knowledge is available to everyone. Right? Now, it's not taught openly in schools and things like that. You have to know where to go, reading books like the one that Matt and I have written and many other books that Matt has written and so forth. But the information is out there. And so what happens is we're in the space and the time where mankind is under a new sun, and we're the ones now, we are the new sons of Atlantis that are ready and willing, should be willing, to take in this knowledge and digest it, discern it, understand it, and activate it. What I learned in all of my studies, and the biggest part of how people can learn how to not only study this knowledge and utilize it, it's not just gaining the knowledge. It's not just about, okay, I studied this mystery school knowledge. I've been reading all these books about esoteric wisdom and understanding and ancient civilizations, and I got all this in my head. Now, what do I do with it? Well, the key is you have to apply it. You see, because knowledge is not power. That's actually not correct. The application of knowledge is actually power. When you begin to apply what you've learned and see it working in your own life, this is why people say, well, Billy, why do you have these nice cars and nice houses and nice things like that? Well, the reason why I do that is because I'm trying to attract people into, my consciousness web. I want to bring people who are out there who aren't even interested in what I have to say, but I'm catching them with a little bit of a diamond. I'm capturing with a little bit of a gleam and glimmer over here. And see, because when people see that things that you're talking about are actually working in your own life, and you're showing some level of what they perceive as success. If it wasn't for that, success is so many different things. But I understand what it takes to get the people who need to hear this word. And I show that, I splash it at them. Why? Because I'm showing them I know how to utilize this information to do whatever I want and work however I want, manipulate and do whatever I need to do in this matrix and make it work for me. And they now believe me because what they're seeing is I've got the proof in the pudding. Now I'm reeling them in. Now they're here. Now they're getting the knowledge. Now let's take it to the next step. Apply this in your own life. Start learning how to manifest. Start learning how to help people. Start learning how to believe in yourself. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. And so here comes the newer lessons. And so what we see is this process where first you become the student, then when the student is ready, we know the teacher will appear. Eventually, when the teacher is ready, the master will appear. And that's the part that we're all trying to get to because we're learning every single day. Me, Matt, you, everybody, we're all learning consistently. It's a nonstop effort. But the process is an on and upward process. The key thing, though, is once you get the wisdom and the knowledge in your head, and you start to apply some of the fundamentals in your life, and you see that it actually works, that's when you're really making it somewhere, and you can begin to then hand that knowledge and wisdom down like the ancients did to the next generation. And when so many people get to that knowledge and that understanding over time, we get a certain, massive a number, the whole planet's going to shift. We just got to get to that certain number that's going to trigger a mass awakening globally. It's happening right now at a very slow pace, but I think there's another expansion waiting off sometime in the future to happen as well.